Let's talk about Miles Morales, the new Spider-Man today, one of the most popular characters in comic books of late. If you've ever taken a look inside of his first appearance, it's Ultimate Fallout issue number 4, not the previews, because hashtag previews don't count. That's just how I feel. His first appearance in comic books, it's not really what I expected when I think about the first appearance of a major character in comic books. It was very lackluster, and he wasn't even in the book most of the way through. He actually didn't show up until like right at the end, like the last few pages. Obviously, Ultimate Fallout is dealing with the death of Peter Parker at the hands of Norman Osborn. Go figure. Everyone in New York's grieving at this point. They've had a funeral for Peter Parker. The Avengers are upset. May's upset. Everybody's upset across the board. So we get to Ultimate Fallout 4, and the beginning of it, you got like this weird thing going on, Reed Richards. You got these other two girls that are having this conversation throughout the whole book. Then you get to the last few pages where we see the Kangaroo starting a bar fight. That's right, the Kangaroo. That's who was chosen to bring Miles Morales into the Marvel Universe, as far as comic books are concerned. The Kangaroo. The Kangaroo. So Kangaroo's getting in a bar fight, and then all of a sudden Spider-Man comes flying in out of nowhere, and people are absolutely distraught. They don't know what's going on. Kangaroo is even like kind of shaken up. He's like, hold on, I thought Spider-Man was dead. What's going on here? And so they start to fight, and Miles is sitting here trying to figure out like, what is going on here with this dude? Why would he call himself the Kangaroo? So they fight throughout the bar, a little bit throughout the city. Miles ends up defeating him, and then eventually scurrying off to the rooftops, where he finally removes his hood, and you see it is not Peter Parker. He's wearing a very, very, very close Peter Parker suit, which a lot of people are looking at as being bad taste, because they obviously know this isn't Peter Parker. And a lot of people are really, really digging on Miles for this in the comic book, telling him that this is in poor taste, this is bad character, what's wrong with you? And when he pulls off the hood, he kind of himself is like, man, maybe this really is in bad taste. And then we don't see Miles Morales again until his first series, his first title, Ultimate Spider-Man, featuring Miles Morales. And in there we get a little more of the origin story. We start to find out how he actually got the powers of Spider-Man, which basically they use Peter Parker's blood to recreate the Spider, and then the Prowler, who is Miles' uncle, broke in to the lab. One of the spiders crawled into a duffel bag. He brought it home. It bit Miles, and there you go. Miles now has the Spider-Man powers. Now, shortly after, or directly after his fight with the Kangaroo on the rooftop, he is actually captured by Spider-Woman, who is working with S.H.I.E.L.D., government agency. So she brings him in, because obviously you can't just be running around using a Spider-Man moniker. He's dead. This is not okay. Now, obviously, Nick Fury at this point knows who he is, and lets him know he knows who he is. He knows who his uncle is, his father. His father, obviously not a big fan of superheroes. And, eventually Miles Morales helps them capture Electro. And then finally Nick Fury gives him that awesome black and red suit that we all have come to know and love. And that's pretty much it. That's just it. From there on, Miles Morales has just been a huge, huge favorite character for a lot of people, including myself. I'm a big Miles Morales fan. I think the suit's awesome. I think the Venom is awesome, which he did use on the Kangaroo in his first fight. But I was a little let down when I finally read Ultimate Fallout 4 and saw that the majority of the book didn't even contain anything about him. And then he didn't even show back up again until his first title, which, after that, it just really took off from Miles. He ended up getting a blessing from the 616 Peter Parker to take on the moniker of Spider-Man. So it was really cool, but I don't know. I guess for some reason I was expecting him to have a lot bigger role in that issue of Ultimate Fallout 4, but he didn't. So I don't know. How do you guys feel about the first appearance of Miles Morales? Obviously, it's become a huge book in comic book history to this point. It just got the facsimile put out, so we've had several reprints. Now we had the facsimile, so a lot more people are able to check it out now and read it. So I'm very interested to see what you guys think about it. What are your thoughts on Miles Morales' first appearance in that Ultimate Fallout 4, did you think it was as good as you would hope for a first appearance to be for a character that's that big, or do you think that there was, you know, a little left to desire there? Because that was kind of my feeling. I was just like, huh, that's it? You get a few pages of him fighting the kangaroo. He pulls his mask off in the last panel. You see, okay, this is not Peter Parker, and that's it. That's it. You don't get his name or anything. So, I don't know. I almost kind of looked at it as a cameo. No, I'm just kidding. Definitely his first appearance. But anyway, like I said, just wanted to share a little bit of history on the character of Miles Morales and that first appearance of Ultimate Fallout issue number 4. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please let us know what you think about that Ultimate Fallout issue number 4 first appearance. And drop comments if there's any other characters or first appearances you'd like to see us cover on these days where we're trying to cover a little bit of comic book history. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, guys. Make sure you're subscribed. And as always, collect your way.